Good morning on this beautiful June day here in the Pacific Northwest, Zone 9B. I thought I'd film a quick tour of what's growing in the garden today. It's just spectacular. I love the month of June. We've got this rhododendron that is in full bloom, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the sound of the bees buzzing will give you an indication of how much they love that tree. The irises were so beautiful this season. They're almost finished and have made way for the peonies. And the roses are a bit late this year. I know I said in my last video that budworms weren't an issue. Well, they were, and actually we had a real issue with tent caterpillars. And so my roses have suffered, but I'm hoping that their second flush will be better. The dianthus, which we sowed, about 6 years ago, and it took over this whole space, and they come back every year. That's just in bloom here. And the columbines are nearly finished as well. They had a beautiful show this year. As I mentioned in my last video, we let the allium self-seed, and they've gone everywhere, and they look really beautiful right now. I just love this area. It's got a plum tree, 3 apple trees, and a cherry tree, and it's sort of the cottage garden, and I just let it go how it wants to. Each year is a little bit different, and as you can see, the foxgloves are all coming out. It's just magical at different times of the day. In the vegetable garden, we have our snap peas. I'm gonna come around this way because of the sun. Don't know if you'll remember last time I showed the herb garden. Well, it's really fleshed out now. We've got the chives, sage, thyme, chamomile about ready to flower, some dill back there, and some rosemary. I just planted up some flower boxes on our new shed, which we'll be painting later this season, with some marigolds and nasturtium, Swiss chard. We've got some mint. The lettuce and strawberries. Oh, the strawberries are so good this season. We've got a row here and a row in front of our raspberry bushes on the other side. And we've just planted up our cucumbers and zucchinis. We've got tomatoes and hot peppers and regular peppers in the greenhouse. Got to figure out what to do with this climbing rose. That's why it's in the pot right there. And we've just pulled all of our spinach and everything so that we could plant beans. The carrots on the other side are looking good. And last time I did the video in May, it's hard to believe, all of the cut flower items were in little trays. And now everything's in the ground. The foxgloves are flowering. The delphiniums are just about ready. Oh, Charlie spotted some things that she wants to chase. And everything's looking really good. Got some statice and strawflower, dahlias. The liatris looks like the bloom stalks are coming up. Zinnias, and I've got the first few lovely little sweet peas coming up. They'll climb these whole towers. There's Charlie. The rhubarb was great this year. The blueberries, we've got a few, less than previous years. And the fig is always a late starter to wake up. But as you can see, we've got some figs. It's newer to being espaliered. And I'm really excited about the plum tree. You can see we've got a few, peach tree. We've got a few peaches. I've just planted up this area with some beans that will grow up there. It's got some dahlias and just some leftover snapdragons that I had. It's a bit hard to see in the sunlight here, but there's some raspberries and strawberries. And then this area is kind of just before it's going to flush out with some daisies and other perennials. You can see this Queen of Sweden rose was hit hard by the budworms. It's got a few blooms that are coming up. Anyway, that's just a little shot of one part of our garden I thought that I would share because it's all looking just so beautiful. I wish you were all here to see the magic when you walk through this area, especially just as the sun is going down. What's growing in your garden right now? Share in the comments, and thanks so much for watching.